a squeaky toy into their mic.
No, I think that was someone.
It's not me.
Oh, that was Art.
Shit,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
I forgot the 8-bit sounds. Guys, there's so many loot bugs.
Yeah?
Hey, listen.
Sean,
That
don't.
looks so fucking. That looks so menacing. Just a silhouette.
Don't.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Here, let me give them a shout out. They are really cool. They stream Minecraft mainly, so that's their main source of enjoyment. Make sure to go give them a follow and send them our love, eh?
I'm not streaming right now
Well,
because of how early it is.
Well, tough, you're getting a shout out, mate. You deserve it.
Dude.
What? What?
Bad.
Oh, I'm supporting my friend. Get lost.
You can do it.
Ew.
Gross.
Right. I'm covered in last week's lunch.
Just last week's?
Okay, maybe a couple months
Oh
worth.
no, smells like a little bit more than that.
Don't say it. Don't you dare say it.
Found by a common.
You motherfucker!
Have a picnic with your friends. Yes, boost their morale. Do the nice. Ow. Oof. How are you handling your?
Okay. Oh, glad we can swim. I like to believe the world moves slowly. Indeed. And I'm not drunk anymore. Thank God, my senses are back. Dude, why did you drink so much at that party? I know, dude. I don't know why I drank so much, man. It just hit me like a goddamn truck, man. You know, it just really sucks. Probably shouldn't drink that much again.
Troops to stand down.
General. First, we must talk.
Have a seat.
General, have a seat.
Have you gone mad?
Have you gone mad?
Conceded the battle.
I've conceded the battle. Now we simply have to negotiate the terms of surrender.
Don't try any of your tricks, Jedi.
Surely there's no
Surely,
reason we can't
there's
be
no
civilized
reason
about
we can't
this.
be civilized
You
about
are a legend
this.
throughout the inner core.
You're a legend throughout the inner core. Ah, of course, Anakin. Another happy landing.
See? No trouble at all. Completely and utterly fuck! Spoke too soon! Well, those are some old clips. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. How are y'all? We're doing a just chatting segment today, so we're just gonna kind of chill, relax, to talk about stuff, shoot some stuff, you know. Usual chillness that's usually revised for Sunday afternoon. Because right now it is about 29 degrees Celsius. For those of you who follow the other system, whatever that is again. Fahrenheit. It's like I don't know. It's like what, 80 or 90? Hold up. Yeah, 84 degrees. Ah, good guess, me. Good guess. Anyway, I will pop something down the bottom here. Yeah, I could pop a Subway Surfer thing just as a joke. That'd be pretty funny, right? Just check a constantly looping thing down the bottom there. Nah, I feel like that'd be a little stupid. But all right, let's get some music vibing. And I hope it's not too loud, at least. All right, let's see here. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. Let's see. DMCA free. There we are. There. I use this version of things, of music. If anyone has any music requests, let me know. Happy to fire away on those. But, hey, what's up, Ginger? How you doing? Welcome in. We're just kind of vibing today. I might play a game. I might just put one on the bottom half of the stream here, just to give you all something to look at. Because unless, or if there's things you guys want me to react to, I'd happily do that too. I'm always looking for like some sort of like fun sort of stuff to react to, or like things to check out. Like if y'all have any recommendations for things, let me know. But yeah, I'm good. We're just vibing today. We're just enjoying the Sunday that is today for me. And I am just, thought I'd do a just chatting stream, because I haven't done that very often. Mainly because I don't feel like I have a big enough audience to warrant actually doing that, myself. Because I don't think no one's really shown up to them before and stuff like that. But I guess sometimes you need to change that and fix a couple things, you know? But yeah, no, so for now, welcome in, Miku. You know, I'm gonna put this down in the corner as a joke. But I feel like this is gonna be very stupid. I'll put that down there as a joke. So for those of you who don't know what this is just Wallace from A Grand Day Out, from Wallace and Gromit, hammering away at something for 10 hours. It's perfectly looped as well. So I thought I'd chuck that in as a bit of a joke. Let's see, did that go through on the TikTok side? Why is that not showing? Hold up. Wait, why is my stream... Oh, okay, hold up here. Oh, I see what I did. I'm doing good, Ryan. How about yourself? That should fix it. Or that might need restarting. Oh, yep. Hell yeah. I fixed it in one go. Woohoo! Oh, hell yeah. It's so smart. But I'm going all right, Ryan. How about you? Are you having a good day? You taking care of yourself? I'll come back to you. Gonna feed the pets? Go feed the important pets. Those need feeding and everything like that. Couldn't agree more. Definitely feed them pets. They deserve the love and attention. But yeah, this is just 10 hours of Wallace and Gromit. Of Wallace specifically hammering on something. And this is just very funny to me. It's just 10 hours of this. It's just 10 hours of this. Which I find very funny. Like, this is just... I find it very funny myself. Yeah, so that's just 10 hours of that. I thought I'd chuck something down there and stuff like that. I'll move to my reaction scene on the normal streams as well, just so y'all can actually see it and stuff like that. So if y'all want me to react to anything as well, by the way, send it my way. Let me know what it is, and I will happily check it out on stream. If there's any like new gaming stuff or anime trailers and stuff like that you think I should check out or you think I'd be interested in, let me know. I'm definitely keen on checking some stuff out. But yeah, no, these just chatting segments are not something I do very often, so I apologize if I seem a bit all over the shop. But yeah, let's stick back to that for now. The cool thing is, right, I've got a couple art pieces here and stuff like that. Making tacos? Ooh, what kind of tacos are you making? Those sound good. Dude, tacos are so good. I could go for some tacos right now. Oh, I'm hungry now. But yeah, I picked up these really awesome art pieces from a convention about a year ago. I haven't hung them up anywhere and stuff like that, but like, as you may be able to see, it's this really cool, like, Nintendo DS kind of look to it. It's really pretty, I gotta admit. The art style is really pretty. They got one for a Game Boy Advance as well, which I think is absolutely beautiful. It's a very, like, just lovely art style to look at, I gotta admit. I don't remember who the person is, but I know they've got really good art. Oh, and then on top of that, right, I picked up a thing this week. It was a belated Christmas present from my sister to me. This is the DBZ Best Collection vinyl record set. Did you hear Luka is at the Lakers now? Why do I feel like this is some kind of joke? But go on. I don't know who Luka is. I feel like I'm falling for a joke here. Oh, it ain't a joke? Unfortunately, I don't follow whatever sport that is. Sorry. See? What sport is that, though, then? Because now I'm just, like, trying to work that out in my head. But yeah, this is the Dragon Ball Z, Best Collection. On the inside here, you have... Oh, God damn it, Nintendo. But yeah, you got Shenron on the inside here, which looks awesome. No, I have not heard that then, see. Don't know who Luka is, unfortunately, so I don't really understand. Okay, where's the music I had going? Bruh. There we go. But yeah, let's see here. Gotta... So the cool thing is with these vinyl records, right? You've got the 3-star Dragon Ball. Oh no, it's the 4-star Dragon Ball. And the color of the vinyl record itself is gorgeous. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet myself, but I definitely plan to a little bit later. It's so pretty. Like, look at it. It's such a vibrant and beautiful Dragon Ball, you know, record. I think the other one is the same, maybe, because it is based on Dragon Ball Z. It's not like the Super ones, which I know the Super ones were like a mix of purple and blue, which absolutely is very pretty. Welcome back, Goofy Ginger. But yeah, if y'all have anything you want me to react to, or like, I don't know. I haven't done one of these just chatting streams before, so I'm not sure what to do. Crispy chicken coated in spicy corn chips on homemade tortillas. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Okay, so this vinyl record is, yeah, it's the same each side, so it's both that brilliant sort of orange that has become very well iconic with the Dragon Ball series and everything like that. So that's really, really pretty vinyl record set, I gotta admit. And the cool thing is, on top of that, it actually has it has like Shala, Head Shala, Burst Forth Exception, Zenkai Power, Battle, Whole, Journey of Light, Strongest Rival, Hero, Mind Power Key, Giri Giri, World Extreme, Blue Wind Hope, Burning Fight the Burning Battles, Day of Destiny, Soul v Soul, Beyond the Galaxy Rising High, We Got a Power, and We Were Angels. Which I think is basically covering like the whole of the Dragon Ball Z series in terms of the music that is covered in this vinyl record set. So, very much looking forward to listening to these. If you guys do want to know what my other vinyl records are, let me know. I would love to shoot the shit and talk about them, because I do have a good collection that I don't actually I don't talk about vinyl records all that much in terms of like on stream and everything like that, because I worry people aren't going to be. It's not that I worry that people aren't going to be interested, but I don't know. Time and a place, you know, I guess. What's the remember to drink water? Trust me, you don't have to worry about that. I got this thing, and then I got another one behind me. But yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab the rest of my vinyl records. You guys wanna see what my other vinyl records I have in my collection are? I'd be more than happy to share, or like we can go through like my games collection. I can show you guys what games I have for like the 360, stuff like that, because I got all the physical cases and everything. Like I'm more than happy to just go wild with this shit. I've never done a Just Chatting stream, so like my ADHD is just going wee right now. So yeah, big stretch. Big stretch. Big stretchy. Boo. Hey, Yankee Bear. Ah, right. I forgot I had other socials on. Whoopsie. Hey, Yankee, how you doing, man? For sure? Alright, then. Let me grab my vinyl records, and we can, go through them and the physical games. So, I have a lot of games, right? This whole drawer is full of games, right? So, we'll start here. Run them out and put them away as I do. Okay. Right. But yeah, we're just going through game stuff, which is fun. I'll stick that on as a as a joke on the TikTok side. Do you guys think that's do you think that's funny, or do you think I'll get done for copyright? Actually, yeah, probably get done for copyright. You know what? Let's make the TikTok screen a little bit bigger, shall we? That's what I was wanting. Not the other thing. That's too big. Yeah, that was actually a good size I had it at. How long have I been muted? How did I not realize I was muted? Okay. Let's start that again, shall we? Shh. Thank you guys for letting me know. Appreciate it. Right, okay. Oops. Alright, can y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me? Cool. Alright. So, yeah. First thing we've got is Adventure Time. Secrets of the Nameless Kingdom. I also have Explore the Dungeon because I don't know why. Around here somewhere. But, essentially, this was one of my first real series I got into when I was in my younger teens. So about like 14, 13 when Adventure Time first came out. Might have been a bit older actually. No, I think I was around like 12 or 13 when Adventure Time first aired in Australia. But yeah, I haven't played this game yet. It's in my backlog as well as everything else in this collection pretty much. My backlog is huge. So yeah. I remember the first Adventure Time game I really played was Hey Ice King, Why'd You Take Our Garbage? Which was for the Nintendo 3DS. I played the demo of that. I enjoyed it. It was good. As a fan of Adventure Time, I quite enjoyed like the little demo that I did play. So it was good. It was good. I didn't mind it. It definitely is a game series that I think you definitely have to be a big fan of the franchise to enjoy. Otherwise, you just don't get any enjoyment out of it, you know? Especially because that wasn't a cheap game from memory. It was not cheap to get a hold of. Right, now we're moving on to what I'm going to call my music games, essentially. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a huge music person. I have been singing since I was a kid. I have been to a number of concerts now. By some of my favorite artists. I've done song covers in the past. My voice isn't what it used to be, unfortunately, so I've kind of stopped doing those, which does suck. But unfortunately, it's just the way that I feel about my voice. I feel like it's not good enough to be able to sing like that anymore. But it is what it is, unfortunately. I have to learn to deal with that. But, so... yeah, these games were like some of my early gaming experiences, I remember. Which was a Guitar Hero series. So, I remember when the Guitar Hero games first released, back in 2007, 2008, I want to say. What's the year on this say? 2008, yeah, 2008. Alright. So that's when this series kind of first popped up. And it was amazing for the time when it released. And it's still a damn good series to go back to. It has aged a bit in terms of some of the music and stuff like that, obviously. And some of the mechanics and the way things are done, especially in the earlier titles. They are a bit odd from memory, but this did have a really solid soundtrack. It had like Blink-182, Bob Seger, Bon Jovi, REM, Oasis, Ozzy Osbourne, Nirvana, Metallica, you know, Linkin Park, Korn, Jimi Hendrix, like Tool, Van Halen, Willie Nelson, like a lot of really good like early 2000s or artists. It was just a really good song collection is what I'm trying to say for this game. I definitely want to go back and play it at some point because it is fantastic for singing and like for just jamming out to. You know, I'd love to play this kind of game on stream if I was able to get a wireless guitar controller that actually worked. You know, because I do have one, but unfortunately it just doesn't work with the strumming down. It only works with strumming up, which is really inconvenient. But yeah, so that was World Tour, and then you've got like Legends of Rock. I never really played this specific one. I remember hearing about it and stuff like that, but it was never really one that I personally got into all that much. I know there were some really damn good songs on it, but just never really was my thing for that one specifically. Then you have Guitar Hero Greatest Hits, so you had stuff like Iron Maiden, Dragon Force, Through the Fire of the Flames, The Police, Priestess, Queen, Rage Against the Machine, Rush, Slayer, Twisted Sister, Lamb of God, Motley Crue, Nirvana, and Foo Fighters. So there was a lot of really good music on these games. It was a way to open up your kind of musical tastes for me as a young kid. That was how I discovered like a number of artists. Like that was how I discovered, say, like, you know, I think that was how I discovered Foo Fighters, and like properly discovered like Nirvana and stuff like that. I think the one out of these all that I remember the most was probably Guitar Hero 5, right? So Guitar Hero 5 was basically a game that we played a lot while I was growing up. And this game was released in like 2011, I want to say? No. Oh, God, no. No. 2009. Really? Really? 2009? Jesus, I knew these games all came out kind of relatively close together, but not back-to-back, Activision. Jeez, no wonder the kind of franchise was driven into the ground. You must have been pumping these out every 6 to 3 months. Bloody hell. But, yeah, no. So, essentially, this also introduced me to, like, Arctic Monkeys, Bush, Kings of Leon, Nirvana, again, Rolling Stones, Smashing Pumpkins, you know. A lot of these games, you know, these were all very similar titles. They were basically the same game, just with a different soundtrack, essentially. And, you know, for me, it was good fun. It was good fun. I really enjoyed these games and stuff like that, so sometimes I might go back and play them and everything. But the two that I definitely, I would have enjoyed the most would have been AC/DC, Rock Band, because I'm a massive AC/DC fan. Well, I'm not massive. I'm a big AC/DC fan. Let's put it that way. Because, like, all these songs on here are absolutely phenomenal. Like, there is just so much good stuff on here. You've got, like, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, Jailbreak, Heat Seeker, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, Money Talks, Hell's Bells, High Voltage, Whole Lotta Rosie, Shook Me All Night Long, TNT, Let There Be Rock, Highway to Hell, and For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. There was absolutely fantastic songs on that game. I didn't own this game, when I was a kid. I remember seeing it a lot in, like, magazines or, like, in the EB Games catalog. They used to have, like, mini little reviews of the games and stuff like that, and that was one of them I remember the most. Was just because of the pure fact that, you know, I was really into AC/DC. I enjoyed the vocalists and singing and stuff like that. It was really good fun. It was really good fun. Can you all actually hear me? Alright, cool. Then, for example, you had, like, this one. This was my big one. This was the one that consumed my, like, late childhood, early teen years. Metallica. Well, Guitar Hero Metallica. I am a huge Metallica fan. I've got tickets to go see their concert when they come to Australia in November of this year. That's going to be freaking great. You know, you had tons of songs on here that were just absolute bangers and still are. You've got, like, All Nightmare Long, Battery, Creeping Death, Disposable Heroes, Orion, Sad But True, Hit the Lights, Wherever I May Roam, Whiplash, King Nothing, you know. A lot of really awesome Metallica songs. Just absolute bangers, you know. And they were all fantastic. I again, these games were my childhood essentially. So I very much grew up playing a lot of music-based games because I was just a musically kid. Sorry, that sounds like I'm talking about what came before TikTok. No, what I mean is I was musically inclined, I guess you could say. So we had many nights when I was a kid playing Guitar Hero and SingStar on the PlayStation. They were all just like, I remember so many nights spent on a Saturday night, Friday night, singing and just rocking out, pretending to be a rock star with these games. It was absolutely awesome fun, and God, it takes me back. It really does take me back. But yeah, moving on to the next couple games, I guess. A lot of these I may not have any sort of connection to, so you may not really get much out of me in terms of if they mean anything to you at all. Grab you. Alrighty. So, next couple of games I've grabbed here out of the box are games that kind of helped sink me more into the Xbox library itself, right? These were like the Gears of War series, right? So, I played Gears of War, I think, when I was about 10 or 11. And I absolutely loved this series of games, you know? These were all great games. I don't have a physical copy of Gears of War 1 because I have Gears of War Ultimate Edition on the Xbox One. So, didn't think I need a physical copy of Gears 1. But, you know. And then we have one game in particular that got me into one of the franchises that is basically portaled its way into my heart, and you can probably guess Valve's Orange Box, Half-Life 2 and Episode 2, sorry, Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Half-Life 2, and then Half-Life 2 Episode 2. So, yeah, Portal was a major one for me on this, right? Hey, Silver, welcome in. Y'all wanted me to talk about my backlog of games and my physical game collection, so I thought, why not? We're just talking about Portal. So, Portal was a series that kind of just came out of nowhere, obviously, for me. I looked at this, got this, and I was like, oh, cool, Valve games. I know Valve makes some really good games. And I picked it up for like $10, I think, from EB Games. And I played through Half-Life. I enjoyed it. It was good fun. Didn't really see all the hype behind it. And then I moved on to Portal. Now, Portal was one of the games that I went back and replayed a number of times while I owned it. It was absolutely fantastic. The gameplay was amazing. The story, or the lack thereof, a story, was really good. I really enjoyed that. The mechanics, they got in, taught you them, got out, and then just let you go. You know, it was a short experience, about 2 or 3 hours. Absolutely a highlight of my early gaming years, I'd say, or mid-gaming years, was playing Portal. And then I found Portal 2 a couple years later, I think it was, or a year later. And I was absolutely hyped. I have played Portal 2 so many times in the time that I've been gaming. I think I've probably put well over 100 hours into Portal 2, just replaying the campaign at least once a year or something like that. It has absolutely become one of those games that I play on a yearly basis, or on a near yearly basis. It is one of those games that absolutely has stolen my heart and will always have a place in my heart because of the characters, because of the writing, and everything like that. It's a shame we only ever got 2 of them, but I'd rather we get 2 fantastic games rather than 3 mediocre games, you know? And I am very well pleased with the fact that we got those absolutely 2 banger Portal games. Do I want a 3rd one? Yes, everyone wants a 3rd game from Valve. Let's be honest here. You'd be stupid not to. Sorry, you'd be stupid not to think that people don't want more of what Valve have already given us, you know? But they're doing their own thing, you know? That's how Valve works. I remember specifically with Gears 3 and Gears Judgment, I actually rented these from the video store, back when those were a thing. If any of you guys remember Video Easy or, like, I don't know, Blockbuster if you're American. These games were some of the games that you would try to beat over the course of, like, however long you'd rented it for, you know? Like, I think I rented this for, like, 2 or 3 days, and I charged through it. You know, would get home from school that day, we went down to the video store, we rented some movies and games and stuff like that, and I would be able to grab a couple. So I grabbed Gears Judgment, because I think I had just finished playing Gears 2 at that point. And so we decided to go back through and play, I decided to go through and play the next game in the series, obviously, which at the time was Judgment, but I also grabbed 3 as well, because I hadn't played 3 at that point. I really enjoyed Gears 3 from memory. It was a really fun time, and same with Gears of War Judgment. It was a bit weird because you weren't playing as Marcus in that game, but I found it a good change of pace. The story I really enjoyed. The characters were pretty well written from memory, and yeah, overall, just really fun games. The combat was always really bloody and messy and stuff like that. It was always just an absolute blast to play through, you know. It was absolutely fantastic. Then, I guess... By the way, if y'all want to stop me talking about this stuff, just tell me. And I'll zip it. I do have a copy of Gears 1. Well, what do you know? You know what? I'll go through my Switch games. Why not? But yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not boring you people. Because, like, I don't usually talk about, like, games and such like that, you know? But, yeah, so. Have I skipped over a bunch of 360 games? Yes. These are just games that I have in my collection, so... You know what, let's grab out those ones then. Hello. Come here. Right. You can never bore me. Games are so epic. Yeah, true, eh? True. Other games I've picked up over my years of collecting so far have been the Condemned series, which are very good horror games. Hey, Ender, how you doing on YouTube? Welcome in. Hope you're taking care of yourself. But yeah, was the Condemned series. These are a series of survival horror games. I never really played these growing up. I remember hearing things about them, especially with the Kinect version of the games that came out. There was I can't remember what it was called. It was like Condemned Escape Hell or something like that. It was a Kinect exclusive game. I've never played these before. Would it be fun to play through on stream? Maybe. Or it could be a clunky, horrible mess. Who knows? But yeah, so the Condemned series, that's another 2 games I own. Then we have Transformers, the movie. Sorry, Transformers, the game, based on the Michael Bay 2007 Transformers movie. I honestly might play through this again at some point. It is a pretty fun game from memory. It is a bit dull at times with the combat. I always heard a lot about Driver San Francisco, so I wanted to obviously pick up a copy of that. It used to have an M in my YouTube username, but I changed it now to Ender to start uploading. Nice, dude! Well, I'm glad to see. Hell yeah, welcome back then. Pleasure seeing you. I've also picked up Prince of Persia from Ubisoft. I never really played the Prince of Persia games until Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands of Time. Or Prince of Persia and the Sands of Time, or whatever it is. It's another game in my collection, in my next drawer. I'll show you that soon. But yeah, I like the art style and the look on this one, and I knew I was a fan of the Prince of Persia games. So I thought I should pick up this one. Have I played the new one? No. Do I plan to? Maybe. We'll see. It all depends, really. I also picked up this odd triple pack, funnily enough, which has a game called Outland, From Dust, and Beyond Good and Evil HD. I haven't seen one of these triple packs in years, right? So I actually owned... Actually, no, that's a lie. I didn't own jack shit. I didn't own any of these. I remember seeing this a lot, right? It's even still got the Video Easy sticker in the corner saying how much you could rent it for. It was like 1 week for one game, $5 for 2 games for a week, and for 3 games for a week, it was $8 to rent. And you wouldn't be able to do something like that nowadays. No way in hell, unfortunately. If the first message wasn't enough, it's just me, Miles. Oh, Miles! How you doing, dude? Sorry, didn't recognize you there for a second. My memory is atrocious. But yeah. Then another game I picked up because I haven't seen a copy of this around in a long time. So I was like, you know what? I'll grab a copy of it. If it's worth anything, cool. If it's not, it's not. Simple as that. It's called John Woo Presents Stranglehold. I think this was based on a movie? Yeah, take on the role of Inspector Tequila from John Woo's influential action film Hard Boiled Sound Chow Yun Fat. That's the actual name written on this box, chat. I am not screwing with you. That is the actual name written on this box. I'm not being rude. That's interesting. I also picked up The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Interesting game. I've never really played it myself, but the funny thing is, chat, right? Inside, it's just the bonus materials disc. Which is really funny. And the guy who was selling it probably just, they just let me keep it, you know? They were just like, yeah, take it. Otherwise, it's just going to get thrown out. I was like, all right, bet. Another game in my collection, MX vs. ATV Unleashed. That was, Ultra Kill playtime 420 hours. Probably better to refer to me as Ender. I also started with hand-drawn animation on my channel, switching and uploading videos about Ultra Kill. Dude, that's awesome. This is freaking awesome. Well done. Good on you. But yeah, we're now on to MX vs. ATV. Now, this is a franchise that I grew up playing a lot as a kid. Next to Bionicle on the Xbox, this was one of them. Except it was called MX vs. ATV Unleashed, which I think was another game in the franchise. And I would just race across the open world maps back in the day. These were absolutely phenomenal games. Okay, well, maybe they weren't phenomenal, but they were good games for me as a kid, who had a lot of like movie license tie-in games and stuff like that. To have something a bit different that didn't make you feel like you were just playing a movie game was a lot better, you know? Then you've also got... Okay, so we're moving on to my Switch games right now, because I think this is the next part of the set, essentially. So, next thing we have is Pikmin 1 and 2 for the Switch. I picked this up when I was in Japan back in October. It was like 30 Australian dollars in Japan. So I was like, you know what? I should definitely pick up a copy of this because I've heard a lot about the Pikmin franchise. It's not a series that I know a lot of, but it's a series that I've been wanting to find a way to get into because of the fact that I do really enjoy these games when I've played the demos in the past. So they have been an absolute blast to play through. There we are. So there we go. The Pikmin collection for Switch. That was really fun. Then I picked up another game while I was in Japan. I picked up Gundam Breaker 4, which just released at the time when I was over. I've recently gotten into Gundam and making Gunplas and stuff like that. I want to do more of them, but unfortunately, I don't have the space in where I am living currently. So it's not really something I can do, sadly. I've had to actually store away a lot of my Lego and Gundam sets I bought in Japan due to that fact, which does suck. But it is what it is, unfortunately. You just have to deal with it, sadly. Which sucks, because I played through the story. Story was alright. I enjoyed it. It was pretty basic. You could tell what was going to happen, like, halfway through. It was all pretty cliched for a Gundam game. Yes, I do have Lego, actually. Yeah, let me grab one of my sets down. Come here, So, yeah, I have Lego sets. This one, for example, is Commander Cody from Star Wars. One of the clone troopers that worked alongside General Obi-Wan Kenobi during the Clone Wars. Really awesome set to build. I quite enjoy these helmet sets. They're absolutely awesome little pieces to have and store around your room. Especially because of the size of them. They're not too big. They won't get knocked over easily. And they're just nice, solid construction and stuff like that, which is really good. Which is what you want in good Lego set, I feel. You know? I'll show one of the other things I got while I was in Japan, right? One of the other things I got in Japan is a Dark Magician Girl figurine that I won from a Crane game. This is about usually like $100 in Australia, I think, or more. Dark Magician Girl is one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. And the lore and stuff behind her in the first series is absolutely phenomenal. Really enjoyed that. But yeah, I won this from a Crane game. I think I spent like $30 or $40 to win this thing. Which I could have easily probably gone and purchased this while I was in Japan. But I was just like, nope, I'm determined to win this. You know? And I ended up winning it after about $50, I want to say. I spent a lot of money trying to win this. And the cool thing is, over in Japan, a lot of the staff and stuff like that will actually help you out if they see you're struggling. Because they've got so much of this stuff, they're just like, yep, keep trying. And it's only like $1 to try over there. So it's like, it's super cheap as well. So it makes it so much fun to try and win these things. And stuff like that. And I think I had to buy a second suitcase. Just so I could get this stuff home because of how much we'd actually won. Yeah, it was an absolutely fantastic win. Then, while I was in Japan, I also grabbed up a copy of Yoshi's Crafted World, I think it's called. I didn't actually have this game. Sorry, I mean, like, I haven't seen this game in Australia in a long time. So I thought to myself, you know what, I haven't seen it around for being able to buy it anywhere lately. So while I'm over here, I'm going to grab myself a copy of it, and I'll try and play through it sometime. So as you can probably already tell, I have a very big backlog of games and stuff like that I'm trying to work my way through slowly. I also picked up, because it was so cheap, and I really enjoyed the first Mario plus Rabbids game. I haven't completed it, but I do enjoy playing it. when I really get myself into a session of it. It's really good fun to play. And stuff like that. So I picked up the sequel, Sparks of Hope, right? It was $20 when I got it from the shops. Real cheap and stuff like that. So I'm very surprised at how cheap it was, because I think it flew under the radar for a lot of people. And it's a pretty solid game. It's more of the same with some improvements and stuff like that. Movement's a bit easier and everything like that. So I would definitely say if you're looking for a good RTS strategy Mario game and you don't mind the rabbits, definitely is one to check out, especially if you can find it for cheap. I wouldn't say it's worth any more than like $30 personally. But it is a good game. I'm sad that it didn't get as much love as the first game did, obviously. But, I mean, I barely remember seeing any marketing for this thing. So I'm not surprised it kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. But yeah. Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Then, right, we can also go through my PC game collection if y'all want, because Jesus Christ, that is massive and that's going to take a bit. But this will be a lot of fun. Playtime's around 420 hours. Damn, that is a lot of playtime. Is another game I picked up from a retro game store was Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Now, I've played Tales of Berseria. Hold up. Let me look at my Steam, right? Let's see. Tales. Oh, Tales of Berseria. Berseria. Okay, so that's the one I have. That's the one I'm probably going to try and play through a bit more if I can at some point in the future. But yeah, I haven't played this one before. I saw it, I was like, I enjoy myself a good RPG, so why not pick this up? Because I've heard really good things about the Tales of series, and I haven't played it yet. Funnily enough, though, just because I've been really busy with trying to get through other games that I own, like Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door. I've been trying to get through that at the moment, and that game is taking quite a while. It is a very chunky RPG. And I've been really enjoying that game, but I definitely am looking forward to when I can finally get around to playing this. Couple rapid fire ones, I guess. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus on Switch. I've heard good things about the Binding of Isaac series, so I wanted to pick it up. Then you got Paper Mario and the Origami King. I'm a big Paper Mario fan now. And stuff like that, so I wanted to pick up that game, play it, and stuff like that, and I've been enjoying what I have played of it. Not as much as I have been enjoying Thousand Year Door, obviously, because Thousand Year Door is like the holy grail of Paper Mario games or something like that for fans. But yeah, so I have been enjoying it, though. Then the next game you've got is Metroid Dread for the Switch. I haven't played this a lot. My Switch is starting to struggle a little bit with how much power it needs. It does have a bit of an overheating issue at times, especially in the Australian sun. But from what I have played Metroid Dread, I've played a little bit of it, really enjoyed it. It's a ton of fun. Definitely a game worth checking out if you're very much into your, well, Metroidvania games, you know? Definitely a game I would suggest checking out. So, let's move on to the next games, right? In my collection. Cover those. Ah, here we are. Here's the next ones. Let me put away these other ones. Right? Alrighty. So, next games that I have. And a lot of these games, let me preface, chat, I have picked up in sales, I've picked up from bargain stores, I've picked up from retro game stores that sell them for cheap and stuff like that, or random gaming stores in the middle of nowhere in Australia. So I've been very, very lucky with the games that I have found for my collection. So, first one off this lot, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I got into the Assassin's Creed series with Assassin's Creed 2. When I was actually able to play them, I absolutely fell in love with the series. I enjoyed the combat, I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the actual stealth mechanics and stuff like that, because... Oh, hold on, let me change this music. I really enjoyed the story and the game and stuff like that. There we go, that's a bit more chill. Have you ever played Black Flag? Yes, I have. Black Flag is one of my favorite games of all time. The ship combat in that is brilliant. The story is fantastic. The sea shanties and the soundtrack are absolutely phenomenal. Brian Tyler, who did the soundtrack, did an absolutely phenomenally amazing job, and I cannot praise him high enough for that work. It is absolutely one of my favorite games to go back and play when I'm feeling sad or when I'm feeling down. I will throw on some Black Flag, play through that for a bit, and just sail around the world and do a bunch of stuff, and it's just absolutely fantastic fun. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is, yeah, one of my favorite games ever, I think, personally. But, yeah, so I grew up. So I started playing Assassin's Creed 2, moved on to Brotherhood, which I enjoyed because, you know, you can summon other assassins in to come and get rid of things and everything like that in this series, in this game. It's so much fun. Especially the multiplayer with this one and the multiplayer with Assassin's Creed 4. That was an interesting experiment Ubisoft tried. It was good fun. It was good fun. Because you'd have to try and work out who was who. It's basically Among Us before Among Us, I guess. I don't know. Or, Trouble in Werewolf Town, or, I don't know what the name is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the whole Assassin's Creed series around here somewhere, so I would definitely be putting that with them, I think. Next game we have is Skate 3, right? So, Skate 3 is a game that I played a lot on the Nintendo Wii, actually. I absolutely love playing Skate 3 just for the Breaking Bones mode, I think it's called, or something like that. Or it's like you've got to try and break as many bones as you can with just skateboarding and stuff like that. It's absolutely phenomenal fun. Like, absolutely crazy fun. And Jesus, not avocado. You didn't need to give me a gift, but thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. That's really sweet. That's so nice of you. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you're looking after yourself, all right? Y'all are too nice to me, I swear. Hi. Well, I guess chat's worked out how to break me. Thank you again for the roses. So sweet of you. But yeah, Skate 3, I never really understood the story of this game, but what I would do is I would... Oh, Hall of Meat. Hall of Meat. That's what it was called. It was called the Hall of Meat. That was so much fun for me as a, like, 10-year-old playing Skate 3. It was awesome fun. I really enjoyed it. Such a great game. Just to dick about in and, like, have fun just skating and just doing side activities and stuff like that. Like, it was honestly a really good series. I'm sad that it's been gone for as long as it has, but it's owned by EA, so you kind of know what to expect with EA, sadly, I feel, at this point, where they just don't really give their franchises enough love if they don't make them enough money, or all the money, sadly. Capitalism. Anyway, so next game we have Battlefield 3. Now, the first Battlefield game I ever played was Battlefield Bad Company 2. That was awesome. I still remember the final level of that game and the final scene. It was so damn good. I'm sad we never got another Bad Company game, but it is what it is. Again, EA. And I can't believe they're still using the Frostbite engine to make all their games nowadays. It is shocking that they're still using an engine that is it's starting to show its age, much like the Bethesda engine for the Bethesda games. You know? But yeah, Battlefield 3, I played a bit of. I really enjoy it. It's very different to the Call of Duty franchise, and I'm sad that Battlefield has kind of fallen to the wayside a bit, in a sense, if y'all get what I mean with that. It's just, you remember in the, like, mid to late 2000s, it was always, like, Battlefield versus Call of Duty. And now it's like, yeah, Battlefield's not even in the same league anymore. Which is kind of sad, because this franchise did have a lot of potential. It had a very different experience to what you would find in your standard Call of Duty game. You know? And unfortunately, you just, I don't know. Battlefield games always have this distinct, different feel to a Call of Duty campaign and a Call of Duty game. Those of you who have played both will understand kind of what I mean in that sense. And just how they feel and everything like that. A couple other ones I'm just going to rattle off. Prototype 2, never played. Thought it looked cool. I've always heard good things about it, so I thought I'd pick it up. This one, however, I have played. I rented it from the video store, and I absolutely loved it. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I ever actually fully finished it, but I do remember playing it. Really good fun. The Tomb Raider reboot from 2013. I really enjoyed this. This was a fun title. Back when I played it around release. Really was a different experience for me, because this was the first time I had ever played a Tomb Raider game outside of the DS port of Tomb Raider Underworld, I think it was called. So it was definitely a really fun experience getting to see kind of Lara Croft in a sense without having played those earlier games and stuff like that. Yeah, then you've got Call of Duty Black Ops. Everyone knows that game, obviously. Pretty much everybody and their dog knows about Call of Duty at this point, let's be honest here. Really enjoyed this franchise. It's good fun. The zombies mode was fantastic. Multiplayer was awesome. Black Ops itself is a game that me and my little sister really have enjoyed playing while we were growing up. It was a game that she absolutely loved playing with me. And I do miss playing it with her. I will admit. I'm gonna miss her when she moves out. But yeah, next game, right, is a game that I absolutely love and cherish as well. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Now, for those of you who don't know what this game is, this is where we got some of the most weird dialogue in a Spider-Man game. We got some of the most interesting crossover characters, a really unique story, and it was really well made, I think, for the time. It was made during the time where Activision had the Marvel license, obviously, for Spider-Man games, so they were pumping them out and stuff like that. But Web of Shadows definitely stood out on its own for having this choice-based system of whether you go with the symbiote side of Spider-Man or you go with the hero side of him, essentially. And I do plan on playing this year. I think I might actually do something where... I've been thinking about this for a while, actually, where we go through and play through old 360 games at least once a month. I think that'd be a really good idea, personally. Just so I can start working on this backlog of, old 360 era games and stuff like that, because they hold a special place in my heart, because this was the generation I grew up on the most, Yeah. But yeah, Web of Shadow, fantastic swinging system, really good momentum, decent enough story. I wouldn't say the story was a 10 out of 10. God knows it wasn't. It was like a 6 or a 7, I'd say, personally. Good stuff, really good weird scenes or instances in it of, getting forced to do a quiz by Wolverine I remember that. That was pretty funny. And it actually helped if you knew, like, information about the comics and about Wolverine and Spider-Man in the comics. Because it was relevant to the questions Wolverine was asking in-game to decide if you were the real Spider-Man or just a symbiote. Warhammer 40k Space Marine. I have actually played this recently on stream. On Twitch. I don't know if I saved the VODs, but I'm going to start saving all my VODs from here on out. So hopefully we'll just have a VODs channel where everything just goes up and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, either way, enjoyed this game. Really played it. Hate Leandros. He can go himself. And yeah, my first experience with the grimdark future of 40k. And I still have to play through the rest of Space Marine 2, so hopefully I can get back to that at some point now that I've fixed up my RAM situation with my computer. Then we have a Dragon Ball game. I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan. If you saw the vinyl record beforehand, you know. But yeah, so I'm very much into Dragon Ball, so I try and grab any like Dragon Ball games that I can find if I have a console for them. So I thought I'd grab Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Z, and stuff like that. Because I also have Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I have Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. All fantastic games. Really enjoyed them from what I have played of them. And yeah, just really good fun titles. I got to experience a lot of different games growing up as a kid. Because we would rent them a lot, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, because it was mainly just me, my sister, and my mum, who was raising us with the help of my extended family. So, yeah, my mum did her best where she could, and I'm grateful for that fact. She did the best she could to provide for me and my sister, and I'll never be able to thank her enough for that. I wouldn't be the man I am today without her. My mom did a fantastic job raising me. And she should be proud. I know I'm proud of myself. Anyway, enough sapping. Alright. Next lot in the pile, chat. If y'all have any questions you want to ask as well, that you want to ask, fire away. I'm more than happy to answer. I like being asked questions, so yeah, just fire away if you guys have any. I am an open book, but I'll let you know if they're not appropriate for stream. Alrighty, next couple games, let's go. Alrighty. Okay, so, this is one I wasn't meant to grab, but I can show off the front without getting in trouble. This is a game called Slime Girl Smoothies. That's all you're getting. It's an adult Switch published game. That's all you're getting out of me for that. Alright, next game. Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings Edition. I picked this up, a couple months back actually now. Because I enjoyed the Witcher series when I played it when I was about 14. Even as a soundtrack, which is awesome. But yeah, Witcher 2, really enjoyed playing that when I rented it from the video store. Good fun. And yeah, just overall a really good game. I picked it up for $5, which is the best part, you know? Because, like, I do have the games on PC, but, you know, sometimes you just want a physical copy. Because, you know, physical media and stuff like that, it does help to have, especially with a lot of game companies now being like, you know, we're going to stop doing disc drives, we're going to stop making physical editions of our games. It's like, well, crap. You know, like, what happens when the consoles get shut down? or the online stores get shut down, you know? It's like what we saw with the Nintendo Wii, Wii U, and the 3DS now. We're just going to have no access to it. Well, no legal way to access it. You know, to be able to purchase those games if we want. You know? And that, again, those stores are up for a very long time, so there's no reason you shouldn't have access to buying those games. But it's just, it just sucks that, unfortunately, we're getting to a point now in technology where game companies are starting to be like, we're not going to do disk drives anymore. You know? So I'm very much keeping my, you know, my Xbox Series X, my PlayStation 5, my Xbox 360, my Wii U. I even have a Wii U, chat. I'm probably one of the few people who actually has a Wii U still. But yeah, so essentially either way. Physical media is way better than digital media. I feel in the way that it okay, well no, actually no, that's not fair to say, because that's not true. Discs can rot and break down over time and stuff like that, and then you need to back them up. I have a question, might be a hard one to answer. Silver, fire away. I do not mind the question at all right? So, fire away. What's your favorite video game you ever played? Oh, that's a good one. Been a while since I thought about that question. Damn. Well. Shoot. Okay. It's not too difficult to answer, but it is one where I'm like, there is so many different answers I can give, right? So let's go here. So, alright. Let's look through my Steam library here. Because I know one of my favorite games that I've played on stream, and just outright, is called One Shot. I first played this game back in 2020 for stream. Absolutely loved it. The story was beautiful. It was so much fun, and it was absolutely incredible. It is one of my favorite games, but I would have to say my favorite game of all time, right, is definitely Portal 2. That game holds a massive special place in my heart. I own it on every console I own. And it has just never stopped being a game that makes me smile and makes me happy. You know? The co-op edition to the game was absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely loved playing that with my little sister growing up. The story was absolutely phenomenal. I have never forgotten how good the story is for this. When I first got it on PC years later, I found out about Workshop and stuff like that, which extended its life hugely for me. I have played through a lot of custom story single-player Portal 2 mods and stuff like that that are absolutely fantastic. I've played through Portal Stories Mel, I've played through Portal Revolution, I've played through Portal Reloaded. Not that. I've even played Bridge Constructor Portal Edition, you know? Like, Portal 2 is one of those series that holds a special place in my heart, and I will never, ever forget this game because of how beautiful it is. The soundtrack is amazing. The story pacing is really well done. You know, getting to see the past of Cave Johnson and Carolyn and GLaDOS, and putting the biggest moron in the universe in charge of the facility. You know, that Yeah, my favorite game of all time has to be Portal 2. But it is closely followed up by Marvel Spider-Man. It is very closely followed up by Marvel Spider-Man. Because this is a game that I've replayed once a year as well, and absolutely love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. I've also modded in a bunch of suits and stuff like that. It's been amazing fun and everything like that. Like, the community around this game is fantastic. Yeah, no, Portal 2 and Marvel Spider-Man. Two of my favorite games of all time. So if you have another hard question, Silver, fire away. But yeah, speaking of Marvel, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Is it good? God, no. Is it gonna be something we might play and stream? Who the hell knows? Maybe. I don't know. I might become the Xbox 360 version of Cat Icarus. But, yeah. Also a big fan of Lego games, I am. Really enjoy myself some good Lego games. I have, like, a bunch of them on here. I have, like a Batman 1, 2, and 3, Lego Builder's Journey, Lego Harry Potter 1 through 4, 5 through 7, Marvel Superheroes 1, Superheroes 2, Avengers, and Lego Lord of the Rings. I absolutely love playing Lego games. They are some of my best childhood memories as well, on top of playing Portal 2, you know? Another game in my collection, Forza Horizon. Really enjoy this. The original Forza Horizon is absolutely fantastic. I also love playing Forza Horizon 3 because it's based in Australia, so it is really awesome fun. Plus, it allows you to play your Spotify through it and stuff like that. It's such a fun experience just to go driving around, like, the Gold Coast and stuff like that in that game. And as someone who's lived on the Gold Coast, yeah, it's good fun. Another MX vs. ATV game. Picked it up because I'm a fan of that franchise. Haven't played the new one. No, not really. We also have a random game I picked up in a box lot. MotoGP. My dad was big into that when he was alive. My dad was very much into MotoGP. He was way into his motorbike racing when he was alive. Unfortunately, he passed away when I was 3 years old, but, you know, I do miss him. Anyway, sorry. Getting a bit melancholic here. I also picked up Mud. I don't know what Mud is, but seems interesting enough. Here's a game I had to play as a kid a lot because my little sister didn't know how to beat it. So she asked me for help with it. I ended up playing through the entire thing with her from memory. Or I might have just done the typical me thing when I was young and taking control of it. Not a fan. I've played this one, but Hannah Montana the movie. Chat, if y'all want me to play through Hannah Montana the movie, let me know. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Another MotoGP game. First video game I ever bought. That I bought. Christ. Shoot, that is a difficult one. I haven't thought about the first game I bought in years. I feel like I probably bought it with birthday money. I know that. Oh God. I think I might have purchased, Anyway, sorry, switch the window back. First video game I ever bought. Oh, first video game I remember buying? Definitely would have to be, first one I remember buying myself, and this is probably very incorrect, but I remember buying Halo 4. I think that was my first... That's the first game I remember purchasing. I think the first game I remember purchasing properly was... Yeah, it was Halo 4. Because I'd heard so much about the Halo franchise, and I was like, you know what? I guess I might as well see what the hubbub is with it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might have been Halo 4. I think that... Yeah, that was my first ever game. I'm pretty sure it was Halo 4 for the Xbox 360. The disc for that actually ended up getting laser burnt, unfortunately. So I needed to buy a new copy of it years later. No, unfortunately not. I don't have the game anymore, sadly. Yeah, it got laser burnt pretty bad. The console just fried it. It was not great. But that's why I'm making sure to install the games onto my 360, onto a massive 2TB hard drive. Then from there, I have the games digitally backed up, which I can then put into an emulator and stuff like that. So I'm only playing legally all the games I actually own for 360. So at least if I can back these games up and stuff like that, I have a way to play them in the future and stuff like that in case the console ever breaks, you know? Is it ideal? No, God knows it isn't. But it's unfortunately kind of like the only solution I've been able to find myself that works for me. But yeah, welcome back, Ginger, by the way. And in terms of the other games, right? Let's see here. Again, these are more games that I just picked up or stuff like that. Lego Indiana Jones, the original adventures, and then Kung Fu Panda. It's a double pack thing, you know, from the late 2000s, sorry. International Cricket. This was one my stepdad picked up, I think, when he bought a bunch of games for himself. All I'm gonna say is, not my thing, but for those of you who do enjoy that series, good on ya. We also have Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, the video game. I remember I rented this from the video store, and it actually has episodes of the Transformers TV show on it that you can watch. It is absolutely fantastic, and it's how I got into the Transformers older cartoon. But I did also watch Transformers Energon, I think it was called, and then Transformers Prime. Also picked up a copy of Far Cry 3, Red Dead Redemption. I thought it was overhyped at first, and I played it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can see why people enjoy this game. It's a good game. Oh, I did have a copy of Gears. Well, what do you know? Lucky me, I have a copy of the original Gears of War. Hell yeah. There we go. Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alrighty. I also have Ghost Recon Future Soldier. It was a game we got from my grandfather because his depression was really bad, and so we wanted to give him something to play. And we got him an Xbox, which is one I still have. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple years back, and he never really played it much, but I just... I just wish I told him I love him one more time. Even though I did tell him. I just wish I could say it to him again. Anyway. Yeah, then also picked up Halo 3 ODST. ODST is one of my favorite games of all time. So far, if I'd have to put a list, I'd have to go Portal 2, Marvel Spider-Man 1, and then Halo 3 ODST. Then beneath that would be Alan Wake. Actually, I'd go Portal 2, Alan Wake, Marvel Spider-Man, Halo 3 ODST, one shot. Yeah. But yeah, no, absolutely love this. The atmosphere of this game is phenomenal. The soundtrack, I've fallen asleep too many times listening online. Absolutely banger soundtrack. If you ever listen to the Halo 3 ODST soundtrack, make sure you stick it on with Thunder and Rain, because it just, it brings it together so beautifully. Alright, swapping drawers now to the one where we have the other half of my game collection, at least the physical media. Ugh. Yeah, man. In there. There you go. What did I miss? There you go. That's what hurts. Where's my games? Oh, here's a couple. Big stretch. Big stretch, blooper. Shit. There goes my headphones. Whoop. Alrighty. Here's a couple more games I picked up. Not cheap at all, but old games I plan on playing, or just like having in my collection, I guess. I love the fact that you could literally open a store with the amount of video games you have. Thing is, I probably could, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't. I genuinely wouldn't. I would love to keep these games, play through them and stuff like that, enjoy them, and then I don't know. I very well could. So we have we have Spider-Man, Shattered Dimensions, an impossible game to get a hold of nowadays. It was not cheap to get. I can assure you of that. Might say $30 there, but it was like 90 when I purchased it. Then we've got the Avengers, Marvel The Avengers, Battle for Earth. That was a Wii U exclusive title. I do plan to play it. It is my kind of game. I really enjoy any sort of Marvel game. So that might be something. Hey, Farsh, how you doing? Yeah, we're doing all right. We're just doing a video game. No, we're actually doing and looking through my video game collection, essentially, to see what kind of... Chat wanted to see what kind of games I have and own physically. So I thought I'd go through and show off my collection. You know? Then we have Transformers Cybertronian Adventures. This is a game I played on the Wii back in the day. Really fun. This is the Wii spin-off of War for Cybertron. Now, there are rumors that apparently the Cybertron series could be coming back to the Wii. Oh, sorry, to the Wii. Could be coming back to the Xbox store. And if that happens, I'm buying all those games, downloading them, and never deleting them from my hard drive. Same with all the Marvel games if they come back. Because apparently there's rumors of a deal with Activision of some kind. And the fact that they're back in the store, but you can't purchase them, is very telling. Anyway. Yeah. Remember playing Transformers 1? I think it was Dark of the Moon. Oh, yeah. That was the one with the vehicle combat. Yeah, I know the one. Oh, yeah. Jack, while I have it in my head, actually... Gundams. This is something I will probably do a build stream on at some point. I have a bunch of these from Japan. I really, really want to get into this hobby and stuff like that. Unfortunately, again, don't have much room. My shelf space is all taken. But it's something I definitely want to get into building once I get my own place eventually one day, hopefully. Because I would love to be able to afford to get my own place and do streaming and stuff like that. You know, that's the dream. That's the dream, eh? Or I guess in Farsh's case, the dream is to prank everyone humanly possible with a pizza prank, eh? Good old Pizza breaker farsh. Never change, my dude. Never change. Anyway, next drawer. Oh, God. This is a heavy boy. Right. No. Okay. So. Yeah. These are all Xbox games. Right. So this is my big drawer of games. This is the one where I have my most expensive parts of my collection. Because a lot of these games were not cheap, and I've probably spent a good $100 each on some of these games here. Just because they're either so impossible to find, really hard to get a hold of, or they're just stupidly, obscenely expensive. And I've been lucky enough to find them in places where they've been relatively cheap. Thank the God. But yeah, first one we have here, MX vs. ATV Reflex. Again, MX vs. ATV game. Fan of that franchise. Have I played Legends? No. Do I plan to? I don't think so. I love how I said that like it's a question to myself. Like, I don't think so? Right, let's start here, right? So, alright. Ugh. So, let me pop this drawer. I need to put that vinyl record away in my collections box. Right, okay, so. I picked up these because they were cheap in a bunch, so I got a bunch of COG games. I'll be showing the games randomly though, so I'm not going to go pull out all the COG games that I own. But we have Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. This was not one I played growing up. I didn't really have any friends. Okay, that sounds really depressing. No, what I meant was that I didn't have many friends that were interested in... no. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Either way, not a series I played growing up. That's what I mean. It was not a series I played growing up compared to everyone else that I knew. So, yeah. I own that. Batman Arkham Origins. Fantastic game. I definitely want to play through this on stream at some point, because it is an absolutely fantastic game. The Batman Arkham series is absolutely... amazing. Maybe at the end of this month, or maybe at the end of this stream, actually, I can run a poll, essentially, and we can see like what old games you think I should play through on stream for like sort of a retro night or something like that, you know. But yeah, Batman Arkham Origins, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The original Halo, which I picked up for like $5, I think. Even still has the manual, which is fantastic. So, yeah, the original Halo game. Definitely have played this. I played it in the Master Chief Collection originally. And then I played Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, which was a lot of fun as well. But that was after I'd played Halo 4 and stuff like that. So, again, I didn't know about the Halo series until Halo 4. So I missed out on all the Bungie stuff, technically, until I got to 4, which turned out to be the 343 era Halo stuff. And that was my first introduction to Halo. So you can imagine, you know, which one is probably not really my favorite anymore. We also have the Need for Speed series. I have gotten into this a lot lately over the years. I really enjoyed this. I played this one a lot on a PS3. My ex-stepdad had. Really fun game. Really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the piss yellow filter of the late 2000s, though. That was a very bleh kind of game filter, you know? Not a fun. Why is my stream stuff on Discord only notifying now? Bruh. Yeah, they do look very Xbox. We do then have these games, which if any of y'all had an Xbox 360 and a Kinect in the early 2000s, late 2000s, sorry, you probably have played these two. Especially this one. Kinect, Adventures, and Carnival Games in Action. This was a lot of people's introduction to the Kinect, and it was an interesting experience, I want to say. It was an experience, let's put it that way. And which video game console do you play the most? Oh god. To be honest, in terms of actual usage, it would definitely be my PC. Mainly just because I am a streamer, so that's kind of a moot point. Actually, Blue, shut up. Console I game on the most these days? Probably would be my Switch, honestly. Just because I don't have any other handheld console, really. That works reliably. I mean, I do have the PlayStation Portal, which allows me to connect to my PlayStation 5, but I don't know, I haven't really touched my PS5 in the last couple weeks. Just haven't had a reason to turn it on. You know? And that sucks. It really does suck, because I enjoy my PlayStation, you know? But unfortunately, it just doesn't feel like there's much point in turning it on some days. But I would definitely say my most used console nowadays, especially because I've turned my Xbox Series X into an emulator, would probably be... It would be my Switch, my Xbox Series X, then my PlayStation 5, then my 3DS, and I guess using my phone for mobile gaming. But yeah, no, I think that would probably be the way that I would position what games I play. And in terms of everything else, you've got like another game in my collection, Forza Motorsport 4. Me and my sister used to enjoy playing this together. We would drive around and then just crash into each other, seeing how much damage we could do to our cars. It was a lot of fun. I picked up Murdered Soul Suspect as well, which, for those of you who don't know, not a great game. It's one of those games that was raked over the coals for being a pretty terrible game. Especially when it released. So I got it for like $5, I think. So I was like, you know what? Add it to my collection. Why not? I also then picked up Alien Isolation Nostromo Edition, which actually uses a Xbox 360 mic to sense where you are as the alien. For the alien to sense where you are. And it's not a game I've played yet, but I definitely would love to play Alien Isolation on stream. The problem is I already know all the story beats and stuff like that, so I tend to stay away from games when I know all the story beats of a game, because it kind of makes it feel like it's a moot point to me in going through that stuff. Yeah, that was all of that particular stack. So let me grab the next stack of games, right? Okay, let's see. Right. Let's see here. So, next stack of games, right? So, next... Thought I heard someone call me. Right, so, next stack of games, essentially, is Vanquish. to start with. This is a game I picked up about 6 months ago, I think. I've heard good things about it. I've heard the story kind of drops off a cliff at the end. As in, it just ends in a cliffhanger. But, I mean, I do plan on playing it. I do want to play it and stuff like that. I have been actually playing on my 360 at the moment, actually. And I've been playing through Knights of the Old Republic. So, I've actually really been enjoying that. Then we've got Brink, which I've never heard. I had heard of Brink, but I don't remember it being good things I heard of. So I guess we'll see what happens if I play this. I can let y'all know on a quick update. We also have Spider-Man for the original Xbox. Again, massive Spider-Man fan. Really enjoyed playing this. Bruce Campbell does a fantastic job being the narrator in the game. He's hilarious. Absolutely fantastic. Got me onto Bruce Campbell and stuff like that. And, yeah, just overall a great game. There was even a secret mission where you could go up against Kraven the Hunter in this. And on top of that, you also got the ability to fight... to play through the game as the Green Goblin as well, which is absolutely crazy to think. It pretty much backs up the same story mode as the actual story in the game, but it gives it a slight twist and stuff like that, so it's a lot of fun. Then we've got Assassin's Creed, the original one. I have played through it a bit and stuff like that. Maybe at some point this year we'll go through an Assassin's Creed binge. Wait, what? Hold up. I never knew this. The manual's got a bunch of notes in it. Vidic. With recent updates, the Animus GPS can even display hiding spots nearby. He'd better keep his eye on the GPS if he gets into trouble. Hiding spots will help him become anonymous and resynchronize with his ancestor. Hello, we've recently acquired a new subject for the Animus. Make sure to change all passwords on our computers. We can't have him exploring that, reading his mail from our system now, can't we? Received news of a new security employee starting today. Make sure he doesn't forget to record our sessions. Every move the subject makes, unless, of course, pressing a button when indicated is too complex a task. Lucy, with the new subject arriving on each latest document on the Animus functionality. Vidic. Huh. I did not know that. I did not know there was, like, little messages and stuff like that. Little lore bits in the manual. That is really awesome. But yeah. Might go on an Assassin's Creed binge. If y'all are up for it. I definitely would be. Then we've got Forza Motorsport 3. Again, fun game. Enjoyed the driving and stuff like that. Call of Duty Ghosts, I picked that up because it was cheap. Diablo 3, picked it up because it was cheap. Dragon Age Inquisition, I picked this up mainly because... I've been interested in Dragon Age. I'm not playing Veilguard, though. I've heard terrible things about Veilguard, unfortunately. And it just doesn't feel like it's, you know, really worth checking out that new game. Because it's, yeah, not very good from what I'm hearing. Which sucks, you know. Please do an Assassin's Creed binge. That'll be awesome. Also, have you played Super Mario Odyssey? Yes, I have. I've played Super Mario Odyssey. I own it on my Switch, and it is a ton of fun to play. I really enjoy Super Mario Odyssey. It was a fantastic experience for the Switch. Absolutely loved it. Then I also have, I have Halo 2. Specifically, the limited collector's edition of Halo 2. Metal tin, it's all rusted and stuff like that from over the years. Which is crazy to think that, you know, it's all rusted and stuff like that. It gives it a lot of character, I think, personally, you know, with it being all rusted and stuff like that. I mean, look at the Chief on the back here. It looks so good. But yeah, I'm very keen on doing a binge on Assassin's Creed. 100% interested if you guys are. I mainly just do the games that I do because I don't really have anyone I probably could grab the entire Assassin's Creed series on PC when it goes on sale again next time. So that'll probably be a way that we do that, I think. Because of the fact that it'll just be cheaper that way and easier to do on PC, I think. So yeah, I'm 100% keen on going through the Assassin's Creed series. I don't know if I would cover Odyssey and Origins, just because they are such massive games, and they are absolutely just monster chock full of stuff, you know. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I may do it. But I'm very keen on doing Assassin's Creed because it has been a long time since I've played that series. I'm 100% keen on doing Assassin's Creed if you guys want to see it. 100%. And then on top of that, let's pop these games away, right? Move on to the next section of games. Here we have a lot of my the games I like the most, let's say, right? And don't ask why I have 2 copies of ODST. Yeah, I just do because I really like that game. I just really enjoy ODST, so I just have like 2 copies of the game just because I can, you know. By the way, for y'all who can't see the side of my desk right now, I have an entire stack full of games here, like, bruh. The stack goes up to my head. Alrighty. To start off this stack, though, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's a game that I and my sister loved playing when we were growing up. It was a game that kind of brought us together and stuff like that as brother and sister. We loved playing it, and even nowadays, sometimes we haven't played it much, but I'm gonna give it to my sister and stuff like that because it's her favorite game and stuff like that. And you know, if her boyfriend has an Xbox, he can play it with her. I think she'd enjoy that. God, why am I getting all like sentimental crap on stream? God, Blue. Pull your head out of your butt, you weirdo. Alright, next game is Transformers for Cybertron. I do want to do the whole Cybertron series, as I've said. If I can pick up a copy of Transformers War for Cybertron, if I can pick up myself a copy of that for the 360, 100% we'll do a playthrough of that. Would be a ton of fun and stuff. Then we have Alan Wake, one of my favorite psychological action thriller story games ever. I am a huge fan of the Alan Wake franchise. I have a copy of Halo 4. It's not my old copy, but it is a copy of Halo 4. That still works. So, luckily, I've got the Master Chief Collection on Xbox, so I don't really need to go back to the 360 to play this, but it is fun to play. I do admit. The campaign is alright. I don't get why they brought the Didact back just to kill them off in some random comic book. After we killed him in the story, it's just, it's fucked. Anyway, I also picked up, Prototype. So we got Prototype 1 and 2. always heard good things about that game, so I thought I'd pick it up. Dead Rising 2. Not really been big on the Dead Rising franchise, honestly. But from what I've heard, it's good fun to play through and stuff like that. Then we have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which, haven't really bothered playing, honestly. All the COD games begin to blend together, honestly, after a certain point, you know? So, you take it as you can. Then we have Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. I actually had the collector's edition for this when I was, when it came out. My parents actually bought me the collector's edition. It was fantastic. I absolutely love this. So we will definitely be playing through Assassin's Creed, I think, this year at some point. Maybe after we finish Bears in Space and Pokemon Infinite Fusion. After we finish Pokemon Infinite Fusion, I think we'll take a short break from the Pokemon games, as I've been doing whenever I've moved on to a different thing. Alright, the collector's edition of Assassin's Creed 4. Let's see. I remember it included... here we are. Yep. God, this was 2013. What the heck? Right. I remember it had... Yeah, it had all this. It had... Oh. So yeah, the collector's edition specifically had a 18-inch Edward Kenway figurine, which I could never get right. I didn't know how it was supposed to go, so I never ended up getting it done correctly. Then we had the 80-page art book, the steel case, the soundtrack, the box itself, and a iconic pirate flag with the crest. I don't remember mine having that, though. I don't remember mine having the flag. Maybe it did. I don't remember. Whoa. Okay, that's a crazy looking edition of it. Yeah. This... I had the Buccaneer edition, sorry. I had the Buccaneer edition. No wonder mine didn't have the flag or anything like that. So mine had the art book, the soundtrack, 2 lithographs, the figurine, and the box, yeah. And like a number of single-player missions and in-game content, yeah. Okay, so this was the one I had. I had the Buccaneer edition of the game. Again, could never get the statue working correctly and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a really good collector's edition, especially for like my first collector's edition. I did enjoy it. I also picked up Dead Space, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was not cheap. So I might say $40 up here, but it was more like 60, I think I paid for this one. Because again, this one was very hard to get a hold of. I definitely... Again, I think we might do a 360 binge this year on streaming. So I might take a break from streaming PC games for a little while. And we might just focus on getting through some of these old 360 titles. I'm very well tempted to do that. You know? But yeah, then I have an Australian game called AFL Live. This was a game where you just play AFL or Australian football, the Australian Football League. I played the 2004 Championship Premiership Edition. Sorry, the 2004 Live Premiership Edition of this game. Really good fun. I enjoyed it. It was a great game. I got to play as the Fremantle Dockers, so I was very happy about that. Again, another copy of ODST. Do I have 2 copies? Yes. Is it because I love ODST? Most likely. Then we have the Prince of Persia game that I first actually played, which was Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. This was a game that I very much was my first experience with Prince of Persia. I absolutely loved it and enjoyed it. It was so much fun. Why have I got 2 copies of Modern Warfare? I don't even like Modern Warfare that much, bruh. Got Halo Reach, which for those of you who might not have seen it, we did Halo Reach Cursed Halo Reach last night. Unfortunately, it started glitching in the co-op, so we weren't able to finish it. So we just dicked around in multiplayer and firefights for the rest of that stream last night. I also picked up X-Men Origins Wolverine. So again, we'll probably do... Okay, so video game binges we're going to do this year. Assassin's Creed and the Marvel series of Marvel games, right? So those are the games we're going to do. I've been saying I'm going to do it for a year now, and I just haven't got around to it yet. Then we have The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, which was also fantastic fun. Lego Jurassic World, Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects. I've tried playing this. It's good fun, but the combat's kind of a bit ass backwards. Wii Sports, the most iconic game of my childhood, right here. Wii Sports, you know, absolutely love me some Nintendo Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort specifically. Because I know when this game launched for people in the US, right, it was in some sort of like packing sleeve thing, but for us in Australia, it came in this case, and stuff like that. So it was very much a game that I really sunk a lot of time into for something that was effectively a tech demo for a console, you know, but it was a good tech demo. It was a good tech demo, you know. Do you have a favorite Wii sport? Golf. Instantaneously golf. I am a big... I've gone and played golf myself. I've done lessons over the years. I've played every now and then. Before I had cancer and everything like that. And golf is just one of those games that I really enjoy playing. You know, both in real life and virtually sometimes, you know. Like, I enjoy playing a good virtual reality golf game nowadays. Real good fun. Then we have Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition. So essentially, this is just what's on, you know, the 360. Sorry, on the Master Chief Collection, I think. Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Rogue. Both games I have enjoyed, and I did enjoy. Unfortunately, nowadays, you can't get the DLC for this game anymore, but I think I've actually got it on my PlayStation 5, so we may very well play the PS5 version of of Assassin's Creed 3, if the remaster was any good, which I'm hoping it was. But when we get around to playing Assassin's Creed 3, we will more than likely play the PS5 edition of the game. Just so that I know it runs well enough and doesn't crap itself on me. Then we have, Assassin's Creed Rogue 3. We have Rage, which I never really played much of. I played like an hour of it when I was in my teens, but it's not really a game that ever caught my attention. Again, piss yellow filter of the 360 era was not really something I liked, you know. Then we have my first ever actually Fallout game, which was Fallout 3, as it was for a lot of people, right? Fallout 3 was my first dive into this specific franchise, and I really enjoyed it back then. As someone who has since gone on to play New Vegas, who has gone on to play Fallout 4, Fallout 76, New Vegas is my favorite. New Vegas is the best, honestly. New Vegas has such a good story, such good characters, such good writing, really good world building. I think New Vegas is a superior game over 3. the DLCs as well are absolutely fantastic. I think I've put like 100 hours into New Vegas at this point. And it is an absolute blast. I absolutely love 3 for what it did, but New Vegas is my baby. New Vegas is my baby. The one I love the most. Assassin's Creed 2. Then you have Assassin's Creed Revelations. You know, again, both fantastic games and stuff like that. Have I played Rayman Legends? Yes, I have. I've played Rayman Legends, and I've played Rayman 2. Rayman 2. Because that was actually republished on a 3DS as a launch title for that. And that was my first dip into the Rayman franchise, was Rayman 2 on the 3DS. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I wish we got a new Rayman game, honestly, because it feels like Rayman's just been shoved in the closet by Ubisoft. And, you know, my limbless man of awesomeness really needs to get some air, you know? I've bought this, even though I don't bother playing it, and I never really plan on playing it on stream. I've played a little bit of the definitive edition that I have on Steam, but unfortunately, it's just... It's not for me. It's not for me. I see why people like it and enjoy it, you know, and having played this for a little bit, then played Fallout 3 as well, I'm sorry, but it really just feels like... I mean, it makes Fallout 3 feel like Skyrim with guns. Like, I don't like that comparison, but that's the best way to put it. You know? But yeah, no, Rayman Legends is really fun. Or am I thinking of Origins? Rayman Origins? Either way, the Rayman Legends and Origins games are fantastic. I've played them on my Switch. I love playing them. They're such good fun. I'm glad Rayman got those games and stuff like that, but we haven't had anything since. So, and I don't know if we'll ever see anything more, sadly. And that's really sad, you know. Then I also have Ultimate Spider-Man, which is great fun. I do plan on playing that either in my spare time or on stream. I don't know. We have Dead Rising 1, and then Halo 3. And I'm pretty sure that's all of my game collection. That is my entire physical game collection for the Xbox 360. I do have a ton of games, and I am very well aware of that fact. Believe me. I'm very well aware of that fact. Yeah, well, we can go through the other games if you want now. I'm not fussed. Let's see. Luckily, all the games aren't stored in their cases. Yeah, if you have any questions, anybody, feel free to fire away, because I love asking, I love being asked, I'm a weirdo, I don't know. I blame the autism and the ADHD. Yeah, problem is, sometimes a straw does not like... Ow. There we go. Back in the socket. Right. Do you want to go through the other games now? Please don't forget to eat. Don't worry, I'll be leaving soon to go eat dinner. It's almost ready. Yeah. Well, now, if you all want, we can move on to, onto these. I swear I don't have a problem, chat. quickly go through my Steam library if y'all want as well, because I've got like bloody 700 games in there. I might have a weensy bit of a problem, okay? But 98% of my Steam library I got from Humble Bundles, so, and game giveaways, so. Anyway. We can also go through my Xbox games and my PlayStation games as well. So, let me put my headset back on. So, in terms of PlayStation games, and, well, this is a mix of Xbox and PlayStation, this top part. So, we have Dying Light 2, which I haven't played yet, but I've heard good things about. We have Dead Island 2, which I have played a bit of, and I've really enjoyed playing. We have the Wii U exclusive title, Zombie U, that got turned into Zombie, and released on the Xbox. It's okay, not bad. We've got Elex, or Elex, I don't know how you say that. It's another RPG series. It's not one that I've only played a teensy bit of, so I might play through it. I don't know. It's not really a game that has caught my interest. We have 13, which I've heard was really bad, so I'm just like, I'm good. Then we have the Resident Evil 4 remake for PlayStation 5, which I absolutely love. As someone who is a fan of the Resident Evil series and stuff like that, but hasn't played the original Resident Evil 4, this was my best way to play this game. And this is... I still haven't finished it, and that's really sad. But I do want to play through it completely and finish it soon. Because it's been that much fun, you know? Welcome in, notification. But yeah, let's go through these games, shall we? Here you'll start to see like do I have a favorite genre of games? I would definitely have to say my favorite genre of games has to be role-playing games. That and action-adventure. Action-adventure and role-playing games. I absolutely love a good RPG. You give me a good RPG and I will plow through it. It is absolutely gorgeous because I love story in games. Story in games is what pulls me along. You know, it's what keeps driving me to move the next step and to see what the next thing is that's coming my way and stuff like that, you know? So I'm just putting these back in the slots. Alrighty. How about yourself, Silver? Do you have a favorite? Okay. First one up on the lot. Atomic Heart. I can't play this on stream for multiple reasons, but I don't know. Maybe I can make a Fansly and I'll stream over there and it won't be anything other than just games that aren't suitable for Twitch or TikTok or anywhere like that. I don't know. That's if people ever want to see me play through Atomic Heart. Because it's just, sadly, some games you can't play on Twitch just due to their content. You know? But yeah, no. This game, I've heard really good things about it. I definitely want to play through it. Just don't have the space on my PS5 at the moment, you know? Then we have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which I have enjoyed playing and stuff like that. It's been really good fun playing so far. It is an older game that got bumped up to current gen and stuff like that, so it's a lot of fun. But I just, again, storage space on PlayStation 5 is just a bit abysmal with some things. Then we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I really have enjoyed and stuff like that. I do want to grab the DLC for this game because it is really fun, apparently. It's definitely got to be action-adventure too, and some blood and gore is also great. Ooh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. Blood and gore is always good fun in a game. I picked up Terminator Resistance as well. I've heard this is okay. Because I do enjoy the Terminator franchise and stuff like that. It's good fun. But yeah, no, I do want to play this at some point. And yeah, Terminator. This is a AAA made Terminator game. It's made by the same people who did the RoboCop one. And the RoboCop one was done really damn good. I'm not sure how this is done, but I might play through it at some point. Again, I've, as you guys can tell, I have a huge backlog of titles stretching into the hundreds now, you know? Watch Dogs 2, really loved and enjoyed Watch Dogs 1. Absolutely one of my favorite games I played through in my early years when it came out. Next to Rocket League, actually. And, you know, I've really enjoyed the Watch Dogs franchise. Would I play it? And stuff like that? Yeah. I mean, I think I might have made that clear. I also picked up Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Now, I know this game is, it's a game. I'm not sure if it's a good game, but it's a game. It's definitely a game. Why did I pick this one up, actually? I'm now asking myself the question, why did I pick up Deus Ex? Especially, why did I pick up Mankind Divided? That one was not great, from my understanding. Like, I don't know why I picked up games that I'm either just like, oh, I know these are bad, but I'm gonna grab them anyway. Like, what was the point in grabbing games that are actively not good? You know? It's like you're just giving yourself a crap time. You know? I did also grab Prey. Prey is one of those games that I've seen people play through. I've really enjoyed and stuff when I have played it, but I don't know. I get distracted by other things, you know. ADHD and stuff like that. It's a bitch and a half to have. Y'all who have it know how it is. A massive pain in the keister. Alright, on to the next bunch of games. Now, these ones are a bit more varied, right? Y'all getting to see the full range of my taste today. So, let's start from the top one, right? Evil Within 2. Really enjoyed the Evil Within 1. Stuff like that. Haven't finished it completely, but I do want to at some point because the Evil Within franchise is one that I really enjoy. And I'm sad that, unfortunately, we're not going to get any more games. But the two that we did get, thankfully, were quite good. They were quite good games. And the cool thing is, with this, you have the reversible cover as such, you know? Which was really dope to get, because I think it was around the PS4 and PS5 era where we started getting these art-decorated internal covers of games that you could flip around and give an alternate look to and stuff like that, you know? Which is really cool. I mean, don't have anything on the back, but that alone looks really dope. I'm not gonna lie. And what I have played of it, I have really loved and enjoyed. Then I also picked up a Digimon game. I didn't even know there were Digimon games still out there being made and stuff like that. But I picked up Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. For those of you who don't know, Digimon was another version of a company's attempt at, well, kind of the attempt at Pokemon, but it had its own spin to it. And it was a really unique and good spin. I can't remember, though. It's been a number of years since I've even thought about Digimon, honestly. But it's good to see. Digimon is still floating around out there, because it's a good series. I genuinely believe it is a good franchise. Picked up Warhammer 40k Mechanicus a little while back. Haven't played it yet. But, you know, I'll probably play it at some point, knowing me. I picked up World of Final Fantasy because I know that's a very tough game to try and get a hold of nowadays, at least for me, from what I've seen. It's just basically a chibi version of Final Fantasy. So, it is a really fun game. I remember playing the demo years ago, and it was such a blast. And as someone who's a big Final Fantasy fan now, absolutely love it. Love the franchise. Then we have Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Which I've not played, but again, Final Fantasy, I'm a nerd for it. Then we also have South Park, The Fractured But Whole, and Tearaway, which I picked up, because I know it used a lot of exclusive features for the thing, and I haven't seen a copy of this in years, and I never got the chance to play Tearaway, so I thought it would be a really fun game to check out. And the cool thing is, it was only $10. So, no real money loss there, at least. Alright, though. Moving on to the physical Xbox One games that I have, right? Put you down the bottom there. Put you down there. There we go. Put Elix away. Alright, let's see here. Alrighty, let's go through the last couple of physical Xbox games I have. So I've picked these up over the years just due to either games that I feel weren't given enough of a chance and stuff like that, and I kind of overlooked, but have a really cool concept behind them and stuff like that to start with, and just games that really catch my eye, in a sense, you know? But to start off the Xbox games with, right, we have ReCore. Now, for those of you who don't know, ReCore was this game about some survivor named Jules Adam, right? And they have this robot and stuff where they have to build their party together by collecting and customizing robots and stuff like that. And that's essentially what this game was. I remember it kind of... Xbox were trying very hard to make it one of their, like, you know, big brand franchises. They even stuck it on the box for the Xbox One, I believe, thinking it was going to be huge. But unfortunately, from memory, I think it kind of flopped. Kind of hard as well. It was not... Did not do well, you know, compared to what they thought it was going to be. And that sucks. Because it had a really good concept behind it. It might not have been the best execution, but it was a good concept, you know? So, yeah, ReCore. If you ever see a copy of it, give it a shot. Only if it's cheap, though, I would say. We have the Xbox One version of Minecraft, which, yes, still works, and yes, has the tutorial levels in it, which a lot of people can't seem to find nowadays, which is wild to think. So I actually still have access then to all the old Minecraft tutorial worlds. It's absolutely crazy. The fact that there's a version of this game now that just doesn't really exist out in the wild anymore and is hard to get a hold of because of that fact. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Minecraft for the Xbox One edition, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. I've played this a number of times. I've got it on my PC. I don't know why I have a copy of it, but, you know. Evil Within 1, again, I've played through it a bit. I haven't completed it and stuff like that, but it's a decent story from what I remember. Dishonored 2, and I own Dishonored 1 somewhere. I have a digital code for it. Yeah. Really enjoyed this game from what I have played of it and stuff like that. I got it for like $4. So it is a very good game, even if it is low in price. It is a lot of fun. So I would definitely suggest it if you are looking for a good stealth action game. We have Rage 2, which I know they got that Ozzy Osman guy to do a voiceover pack for this game. You know, I've heard the guns in this are absolutely crazy, so eventually I might play it. I've been wanting to try it, but I just haven't been able to get myself around to play it yet. We have State of Decay 2, which is a 4-player co-op multiplayer zombie survival game. Have I played Hogwarts Legacy? No, I have not played Hogwarts Legacy. That is for a very specific reason, though, unfortunately. Because a lot of my friends are trans and stuff like that. They asked me to please not support the game and stuff like that. So I wanted to do right by them, so I haven't played it, but I have heard of it and stuff like that. And it is a good game. From what I've seen, it's a brilliant game, honestly. But it's just because of J.K. Rowling, or Rowling, or whatever it is. I don't know. It feels like it's hard to separate the art from the artist, especially when the artist is so hell-bent on retroactively changing details in their book that have been established for years and stuff like that, and just the way that they've acted towards the LGBTQ community, trans community, and stuff like that. I don't want to support that. But at the same time, the devs that worked on that game have done an absolutely fantastic and wonderful job, and it is absolutely brilliant from what I've seen. So I'm kind of in this weird spot where I want to play the game and I want to like enjoy it and stuff like that, but because of the way that Rowling has acted and talked and stuff like that, and how they've treated some of the most loyal fans, you know, or talked about the LGBT community and trans people and stuff in general and their horrible takes, I don't feel like I can support someone like that in good conscience, whether it be financially, vocally, or verbally. Those are the same things. But yeah, as much as I love the Harry Potter franchise, because of J.K. Rowling, unfortunately, and the way they've acted, I can't in good conscience play those games. And you're okay. It's not something that everyone is aware of unless you're looking into it, I guess, yourself. And it's sometimes easy to miss, you know? It's one of those things that unless you're actively looking at it and stuff like that, it may not cross your field of vision. And yeah, like, as much as I love Harry Potter and stuff like that, I mean, I'll admit it is kind of just Star Wars with sucky lightsabers, let's be honest. At least in the first book. Well, at least for the start of it. But no, I read the books. I read all the books when I was a kid. Loved it. But yeah, just with how things are nowadays with the author, I just can't. Oh, and I'm in Hufflepuff. So we got the Blob 2. We got an absolutely fantastic Transformers game called Transformers Devastation. Absolutely one of the best Transformers games I've played. Then you have Gears of War Ultimate Edition and Rare Replays. Both absolutely banger games. And then we have Soul Hackers 2, which I've picked up. And I forgot that is actually an Xbox Series X game. That is like one of the few Xbox Series X games I own. So I should play that at some point. But yeah, that is basically my entire physical game collection. If you want, I'm gonna end stream for a little bit just so I can go eat dinner. Then I'll come back and we can go through my digital library if you guys want. I am not ashamed to go through that. And I have over 700 games and everything like that on my Steam, so we might save Steam for another stream entirely. But I'm more than happy to go through my digital library as well for both the PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox. If y'all guys are interested in seeing that, because I would love to show that off. Gonna put these games away now. What the hell? What's going on with this thing? Hold up. Ah, there we go. I see what happened. Slid out. Gotta place it in gently, Clipper. Gently. Ooh, I feel a little dizzy. Look forward to that, but first take your time, eat, enjoy your meal. I will. I will. I should just call this stream the game collection review. That's actually what I should call it. Because I've never actually done this. I've never actually sat down and gone through my games like this. Alrighty. Alright, well, chat. Thank you all for joining for this short stream. We'll be back in a little bit, maybe. I do have to get up early, super early for work in the morning. So if we do come back, we'll only be doing it for another hour or two. But I'll go through my PlayStation 5 games with y'all. But yeah, everyone, please take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic evening, night, or day, wherever you're watching from. Please take care. Remember to have your meds if you haven't already. Hydrate if you haven't. And make sure to look after yourself and self-care, please. In the meantime, y'all, stay true, stay you, and stay freaking awesome. Love your faces, take care, and this is Blue signing out for now.